Alright, hey YouTube, this is Sensation reporting in for another review. Today on the chopping block for reviewing is the brand new MTH Nickel Plate Road 765 284 Berkshire locomotive. The reason why I haven't reviewed this locomotive earlier, like when I got it, is because I came down with a case of a cold, and I've had a cold for about 2 weeks now, and it's kind of sucked. So I've been trying to get better before I get on video again. You know, giving you guys content because I hate being sick and recording my voice on camera. It's just a personal preference of mine. So anyway, with that, let's get on with this review. So this is the latest and greatest from MTH, and as we all know, MTH is going out of business at the end of 2021. Which is really unfortunate because they make some really good products. This locomotive is by far one of the best MTH locomotives I have. Now, granted, I had a little mishap with this locomotive. Not this particular one, but a different one that I purchased. And I got it in the mail, and I was gonna, I was all set to review it because I was getting ready to review it against the 4449. And, well, the decoder fried. I put it on the track and, made sure it ran, just ran it back and forward, made sure the lights work and all that. And then the decoder just went up in smoke and fried, which is really unfortunate because I really like the model. So after a few weeks went by and I finally got a new model, as you can see here. And it's been running strong. I've had it on the track I put it on the track every now and then and run it good and give it a go running for about an hour or so. And yeah, I mean, it's just, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the detail quality on this locomotive. The first thing you should know is, yes, it comes in this humongous box, just like 4449 did, really long box. And that's because, well, locomotive and tender are screwed together, so you can't take them apart. And they do have a populated cab, which I love. And if you see my lights flicker, don't worry, it's nothing. It's just there's a spirit in my house, and yeah, kind of done with that. So fun. It's probably the spirit of my father, who has an interest in trains. So, or he does now at least. Anyway, moving on from that. Let's see. I mean, so really, this locomotive really the sound is where this locomotive shines the best, and the sound is accurate for 765, like completely and utterly accurate for 765. It's also got MTH's synchronized chuff, which blows the smoke. It's also got a smoking whistle, which is a really cool feature in itself. I personally don't care for it. I mean, it's a really cool feature, don't get me wrong, but I don't use smoke because it leaves residue on my track, and then that screws up my other locomotives that don't have rubber traction tires on their wheels to help pull. So I don't like using smoke fluid because it tends to make the derails really dirty, and it really is kind of like a nuisance. And I have some hard to reach spots on the layout, so I can't exactly get to them. Moving on to the tender of this locomotive. Let's see here. Got a realistic coal load. Obviously, the volume control and smoke control will be underneath this. It's held on by magnets. It's really dusty. It's quite pretty dusty down here. So, yeah. Oh well. Now, it came with these standard couplers, standard metal couplers on this locomotive. I did not put them on. It did not come with the standard MTH electro couplers that everyone's used to seeing on them. I'm trying to get the camera back in the right spot here. And that'll work. So I had a weird phone number called me that I don't recognize. Anyway, usually doesn't happen. But yeah, so this has a very strong motor. It's a die-cast shell and a die-cast shell. It's a die-cast shell on the locomotive and on the tender as well. So it's really cool. Trying to see this. I don't recognize the number. Again, it's a different number. Same number that just called me. So, what more about the 765 Burke? Well, recently it did, not recently, but I guess a while ago it went through St. Louis a long time ago, probably back in 2015, I want to say, maybe 2012, I don't know, somewhere in there. And I chased it with a buddy of mine. So I always wanted a model of it, and I always wanted an MTH model because I liked it the best. And anyway, I liked it the best, so I had to get one. It was that's honestly it. I had to get one. Obviously, the primary functions that you're going to use in this locomotive are the bell and whistle. It has automatic crew talk. I love the whistle on it. The whistle is by far one of the best ones. Is by far just one of the best whistles I've heard on a locomotive. It's loud. It's perfect. It's exactly what it should be. I didn't have to mess with it. I think it's great. So let's go ahead and turn the locomotive on, which is done by pressing function number 3. Now, if you buy this model yourself, your locomotive address most likely will be set to address 3. I have already taken the liberty and have made mine number 765 to the cab number. So let's go ahead and press function number 3. So we can hear it kind of just go through its startup, and you'll notice that a cab light came on. Notice the number board lights came on, and notice the marker lights on the side came on. And if the camera was really good, you'd be able to see that it's got marker lights on the rear as well, which I love. I love the lights on this locomotive. It is fantastic. So let me go ahead and turn on. When you are. There's the automatic crew talk I was referring to. Now, let's go ahead and turn on the headlight. So as you can see, it's got the standard Mars light that a Burke should. Now, here's the bell. Now that sound is done, here is the standard whistle. As you just pressing it once, this is the standard whistle. I love that whistle. It's a great whistle. Now, when you press it for longer, there are a few different lengths that you can press, and they play a different ending, which is kind of cool. So I'm gonna try and attempt that. Nope.
Side rods, will you?
That's not the ending I was referring to. That's ending 1. Let's see if I can get a different one. That is my favorite ending by far. It's just that just it just sounds so cool. And there should be another one, I think. Let me try and play it. Well, nah, I'll let you guys be able to be the judge of that one when it runs around the layout a few times. So, anyway, now that we've heard the bell and whistle, which are the primary functions which you will use, there is a way where you can turn on the smoke unit via the controller. I'm not going to do that because I don't have any smoke unit or smoke fluid in the smoke unit in the locomotive. And the way you add smoke fluid for the whistle is you just put it in the smokestack as well. It's all in one. So, kind of neat. Well, I guess I should go ahead and do that, considering I know everyone wants to see that. So let me go ahead and turn on the smoke unit. As you can tell, the smoke unit is also a lot quieter than 4449 smoke unit, which I think is great. Here's the whistle smoke. Well, maybe not. Give me a minute. Alright, so I decided to add a little bit more smoke fluid into the unit itself. So here's the whistle. I guess not. Okay. Let me try something else here. Give me a minute. Okay, that is my bad. I thought it had a smoking whistle option, like 4449. I guess it doesn't. So I guess I was wrong. I thought I read somewhere that it had a smoking whistle. I mean, I guess I could have read that wrong. But anyway, now you've seen the smoke unit go, and you've heard the whistle quite a number of times. So let me go ahead and get a train behind this locomotive, and we can see it running around the layout. Alright, now we got a train hooked up to it. It's going to be the daylight consist because it pulls the best, and it looks the best, and it's cool. So I know it's not right, but I don't care. So anyway, let's pull the train out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the MTH 765. See ya! Well, actually, not quite see ya. No. Not quite. I forgot. One thing. This locomotive runs very good at all speeds. As you saw, it started up real nice and slow, and just kept going, and all the way to about speed step 0.75, and that's where I limit it at 0.75. But you saw how well it runs, so I would say go out and buy one now. Unfortunately, if you don't have one, you missed your chance, because MTH no longer makes the 765. MTH no longer is in production of the Burke.
Better get some coal in there.
You better after that run. Anyway, so yeah, unfortunately you can't buy this I mean, you might still be able to find it somewhere. I'm not saying you can't, but it's going to be really hard, and you're probably going to be paying a pretty penny for it, because MTH stuff right now on eBay is just getting jacked up in price, because MTH is going to be out of business at the end of 2021. So, like I said, if you don't have this model now, you're kind of SOL. So, will I sell mine? No. Not a chance. So, anyway, with that, this is Sensation signing off. See ya!